What's going on, pro trainees? In today's video, we're gonna give you a drill that is gonna guarantee improvement in your shooting form. So let's get into it. What's going on? I'm Coach Tony, and if this is the first time to our channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our new videos. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, that really helps out our content, and comment below on what you want to see. But let's get into today's clips. So this drill, I guarantee, will improve your shooting form, and you got to make sure you do it every single day. And that drill is form shooting. Now, before you cut off to the next video, because everybody does form shooting, our form shooting is a little bit different and has different steps to it that allow you to improve every part of your shooting form, okay? So the first part is we're gonna start right in front of the basket. So if I'm at the front of the basket, I wanna make sure I'm in the middle between the two blocks and just enough behind the rim so that I can actually get the ball over the rim. So I'm not under the rim, but I'm also not far back. So I like to start right behind the blocks, okay? In this position, all right, we're gonna go through our 4 steps of our form shooting. The first one, step 1 is to get yourself balanced. You wanna get your fingertips in the grooves of the basketball, okay? This is step 1. Step 2, we're gonna put our guide hand on the side of the ball. Now notice I'm left-handed, and that ball and everything that we do is on the left side of my body, all right? So I'm here, I bring my guide hand, that's number 2. Number 3 is I'm gonna roll that ball up and get it into the shooting position. Now when you're in this number 3 spot, you wanna make sure your elbow is in and your wrist is cocked back. You don't want it loose, you want it back, locked and loaded, okay? So my fingertips are in, 1, 2, I bring my guide hand, 3, I roll that ball up. Now the next part is I'm gonna bring that ball up with one hand. Now when I bring it up with one hand, this allows for a couple things. 1, it keeps my elbow in. If my elbow is out, the ball is gonna fall out of my hands. Okay, so I have to have my elbow in, which is a big mistake a lot of players do. So make sure you keep that elbow in with one hand. 2, I want that ball above my eyebrow to start. Okay, I don't want it too high, I don't want it too low. All right, if I have it above my eyebrow, it keeps my elbow straight and my forearm going straight up to the air, and I have a nice 90-degree angle right here. And then from here, I just shoot that ball and I follow through. Now, I keep close to the basket for the first part because it forces me to shoot the ball up. Another mistake that a lot of players have is they push that ball out this way to get the distance on it, but they forget about the arc. So starting up close with one hand forces you to get that arc up, okay? And I'll show you a couple live clips on how we do that right in front of the basket. Then we'll move on to part 2 of the form shooting. Now, after you've done that first part 2 is you're gonna take a step back. Now I'm in between the first hash marks, okay? I wanna go through those same steps, all right? So I go through the steps, I got 1, I got 2, 3, I bring it up. Now, in the first part, we came up with one hand, all right? Same thing for this, but when we bring it up, we wanna keep that guide hand next to the ball, but we're gonna take our guide hand slightly off of the ball, all right? The reason why we wanna do this is because a lot of players like to use their guide hand when they shoot. This messes up your accuracy, it messes up your consistency. But we wanna train your guide hand in this second step to actually just guide the shot up, and by slightly taking it off the ball, it's forced to just go up and you can't use it to actually shoot. So let's go through it one more time. Step 1, I'm nice and balanced, fingertips are in the grooves. Number 2, I bring my guide hand over. Number 3, I roll that ball up into the shooting position. Number 4, I get that ball up, take my guide hand off, and then I shoot that ball, making sure I keep that same arc that I did in step 1 and step 2 as well. Don't take that arc off just because you backed up. So you still get that follow through, all right? And you gotta make sure that that guide hand goes up with the shot, even though it's not touching the ball. Don't leave that guide hand down here. That'll cause a bad habit. What you wanna do is train that guide hand just to guide the shot as that ball goes up. All right, let's look at it. All right, part 3. Now we're gonna use our guide hand a little bit, but a little bit different. This is where our form shooting differentiates from a lot of other trainers. So now for part 3, we take another step back. We go through our same steps. 1, 2, 3. Now, instead of just shooting it normal, I wanna take our fingertips off the ball. All right, this is another way to train that guide hand not to shoot. All right, we wanna leave that guide hand on the side just to guide the shot, okay? So I'm here, 1, 2, 3, fingertips you can see are off the ball, and then I shoot it that way as well, making sure my elbow stays in, making sure my guide hand is on the side. I follow through straight, and then the guide hand, while it is touching the ball this time, my fingertips are not, and then I have that nice backspin on the ball. Okay, so now we've backed up a little further. We're continuing to shoot with good arc on the shot, but without having our fingertips completely on the ball and relax. All right, now we force our hand to stay straight, and that's what we want our guide hand to do as we shoot that rock. Okay, so that's what we do for step 3, and then we move back to step 4. So step 4 is pretty much shooting your normal form. So let me back up there for you. Okay, so now I'm at the free throw line, all right? Step 4, same thing as all the other steps, but now you're just shooting normally. So I go 1, I go 2, 3, I roll it up. 4, now my guide hand's relaxed on the side of the ball. And if you've been doing it correctly this whole way back, now I can shoot the ball normally and have that nice backspin on the ball with my guide hand on the side. Remember to keep the arc that we did in step 1, step 2, and step 3, and then you can do this drill every single day before you shoot. All right, and as you progress as a shooter, you can make this drill harder by only counting swishes, by making shots in a row, by doing a higher number of makes in order to move back to the next spot. Typically for my younger players, we do 5 at each spot. For my more advanced players, we do 5 swishes at each spot. So you can always do this drill regardless of what level you're at to make the drill better and to make sure your form is on the elite level. But let's see some more live clips so you guys can do this drill every single day correctly. If you want to train with us for free, head over to perfectyourgame.com. We have a free 30-minute ball handling video just for you. All right, but don't forget to comment below on what you want to see, like this video, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our new content. And we'll see you next week. Have a good one.